Welcome to the CBS Sports College Football YouTube channel. I am 24/7 Sports National Analyst Tom Loy, and we have another big commitment on deck. But before we get to it, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel because we have some huge live commitments coming in the next couple of months, and you do not want to miss any of the action. But today, it is all about top 100 edge rusher Aidan O'Neal, one of the most coveted prospects in the class of 2027. He is set to announce his commitment in a matter of moments, but before we get to it, let's look at the prospect profile. He is a 6'5", 240-pounder from Don Bosco Prep in Ramsey, New Jersey. He is ranked a 4-star recruit, the number 73 overall player in the country, number 3 edge rusher in America, and number 3 recruit in New Jersey. But before we get to the recruitment, let's look at the player. According to Director of Scouting Andrew Ivins, O'Neal is a high-effort edge defender that can go speed to power on the corner. He has promising physical tools to go along with terrific production at the high school level. He plays with urgency and energy at all times. On the recruiting front, he has narrowed his list of 30-plus offers down to 3 finalists. We've got Kentucky, Notre Dame, and Penn State. Now let's head to New Jersey to speak with top 100 edge rusher Aidan O'Neal as he looks to make his college commitment. Aidan, thanks so much for joining us today, my guy. Look, man, it's been a long process. You got a bunch of offers, but how does it feel to finally be here surrounded by friends and family on decision day?
I'm so grateful. I'm really happy. I'm grateful for the journey, but I'm excited to finally lock it down because it can be pretty stressful and like the traveling all over the world, it's not that fun. It's not as fun as it looks, but I'm really excited to lock down this commitment.
I'm curious, as you were narrowing things down to these final 3 schools, what were you looking for in a school and a program?
I need a great support staff around me, the coaches with my best interests at mind. Like, I'm trying to go have a long NFL career, and I need people that are going to be there for me to help me reach there.
All right, before we get to that much anticipated commitment, can you tell everybody at home what one of these 3 lucky schools is getting in Aidan O'Neal, the player, but also the person?
I'm an extremely hard worker. I'm a guy who you have to tell to slow down and because I'm always trying to do more. I'm always trying to work harder every single day. The game is my life. It's the only thing I can think about 24/7. And I'm an extremely hard worker. I love my life. I'm grateful for it every single day. And, I'm excited to keep going.
Well, we're excited to find out where you're headed. So I mentioned the 3 finalists, but now it's time to pick a school. We've got Kentucky, Notre Dame, Penn State. The moment is here. Aidan, please tell everybody where you're continuing your academic and athletic career.
For the next couple of years, I'll be continuing my journey at the University of Notre Dame.
Really big. There it is. All right, man. In the end, I know this was a close battle. All 3 schools were in play, but in the end, why Notre Dame?
Why not choose Notre Dame? I feel like Coach Freeman, I haven't played for him. I've never practiced for him. I've had maybe a handful of conversations with him, and I'm already ready to go to war for him. I think he's a great leader and a role model, and he's a guy that I really want to play for. Coach Partridge, the defensive line coach, I think he's a genius. And with the conversations I've had with him, I've been blown away. And I think he'll help me reach my full potential.
Behind the scenes, how did all of this play out? Because I know it was really a close back and forth race with all 3 schools, but when did you tell the staff? How did they react? Kind of peel back the curtain a little bit for everybody.
So, for a little while, I've been really leaning towards another school. And then about a week and a half ago, Coach Freeman called me with Coach Partridge, and they told me that the people that I surround myself with are going to be, the most important thing. And I really sat back and realized that the people at Notre Dame are just so different. And I told my mother last week that I was going to commit to Notre Dame, and it felt right in my heart for another week or so. And so I called them on Wednesday morning, let them know the good news.
Tremendous pickup. You raved about Marcus Freeman, Coach Partridge, and everybody there. And I can tell you right now, they are as fired up as you are about this commitment. So congrats, Aidan. Thank you so much for committing with us on 24/7 Sports and CBS Sports.
Thank you, guys.
All right, there it is. I mentioned that Aidan is one of the top players in the country, a top 100 player. Now let's talk to the guy who ranked him that high, and that is 24/7 Sports Director of Scouting, Andrew Ivins. He joins us now. Andrew, I got to ask, man, what did Notre Dame just land in top 100 edge rusher Aidan O'Neal?
Well, Tom, he's a tough kid. I mean, you said that to open up the commitment. And I think Aidan's a great example of how the recruiting industry works and really the college evaluation process. I mean, you turn on the sophomore tape from Aidan, and it's like, yeah, you can see the vision, you like him, but there's not a ton of on-field production. And then you watch the junior stuff, and it's a completely different story. I mean, we're talking about twice as many impact plays. He triples his sack total. So, I think he's a tough guy on the corner. He can go speed to power already. He already gets some interior looks. And then that frame, he's 6'5", he's 240 pounds. He should eventually carry 260 pounds. He's got these big features. So one of my favorite edge rushers when we kind of dug back in to the 2027s and looked at that junior tape. And he's a guy that I think has a chance to be a difference maker on Saturdays for the Irish and help them continue to secure future college football playoff berths.
There's a few difference makers in this class, or at least some potential difference makers, but Notre Dame has it rolling pretty well in 2027. For you, from your perspective as a director of scouting, what do you like so much about the group headed to South Bend?
Yeah, and Aidan should move this class into the top 10. And really, I think the story here is the first defensive line commit for Charlie Partridge, the new assistant coach there in South Bend. He comes over from the Indianapolis Colts. I've known Charlie for a long time. I covered him in college. I was excited about him going to work for Marcus Freeman because I think if you look at what he did at Pittsburgh, you look at what he did at Florida Atlantic and Wisconsin, his previous stops, I think he's one of the most underrated recruiters in the country. I think he's one of the most underrated talent developers. I mean, Trey Henderson, Rashad Weaver, Kalaj Cansey, he squeezed the most out of those individuals. So he gets Aidan O'Neal, and I think Aidan, he mentioned the people at Notre Dame, that support system. Charlie Partridge is going to get him right. And, Charlie's also looking to reel in some other big fish. I have full confidence that he's going to be able to do that. And it's only going to make that Notre Dame defense a little bit feistier. And Tom, when you zoom out and you look at this class, I think it starts with the cornerbacks, that secondary haul, and then the running backs. And that seems to be kind of the MO for Notre Dame these days. Ace Alston, Xavier Hassan. I think that's the best cornerback tandem in the country right now. Both those guys are super polished. Both those guys are instinctive. You pair them with a Zayden Gamble, who is a high IQ football player out of St. Thomas Aquinas. He puts the safe in safety. And then they got John Gay, kind of a wild card there. You look at the running backs, Lathan Wisenton out of Texas. I love that kid. I think he's got a chance to finish inside our top 247. And then Isaiah Rodgers as well, another blue chip ball carrier. So Notre Dame just had 2 running backs go in the first round. They've had a ton of DBs drafted. Now they're getting this pass rush going. And Aidan O'Neal, to me, like I said, I think he could be a difference maker there in South Bend.
Yeah, you nailed it. I think they're just getting started, especially Partridge along the defensive line. You got Braden Parks, David Filaruncho, Abraham Cisse. There's some guys that are closing in on decisions. So Notre Dame recruiting, it's about to heat up this summer. But best in the business, Director of Scouting, Andrew Ivins, appreciate you as always. But that wraps it up for another commitment here on the CBS Sports College Football YouTube channel. Congrats to top 100 edge rusher Aidan O'Neal, the newest Notre Dame Fighting Irish commit. But lastly, if you haven't signed up yet for an annual subscription to 24/7 Sports, you can join right now with promo code COMMIT65 and save 65% on your new subscription, which also includes access to Paramount Plus. But as always, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.